Hey folks, before we get today's show up and running, we have someone that wants to say a little something, then we'll get right to the show. I think that this guy has issues, but hey, whatever. So here is Mr. Walter White.
I told Jesse not to lose the baby blue meth, but he just didn't listen. So now I will take Skylar and the kids, and we're getting the hell out of this godforsaken place. Saul had $2 million stashed away for me at the car wash. Nobody's left. Everyone else, they're all dead, shot to death. I called Joe when we got into town. He graciously took us in. So much more nice than Hank and Marie. I mean, I know Hank's dead, but come on, if he just would have got on board with the plan. But no, Mr. Drug Enforcement Agent would meet his demise in the damn desert. What an idiot. What did Joe do for my family? Are you serious? He done more than anyone in New Mexico, I can tell you that for sure. After I wasted those damn wannabe skinheads, Jesse took off in the El Camino. Then Joe called. What a blessing, I'm telling you. And Gus, just a snake in the grass. The hell with him.
Welcome back, folks, to Storytime with Denzel, where we do our best to keep you smiling and feeling good. Come on now. When's the last time you felt good, huh? Probably when you was a kid and you had some of your grandma's cooking, am I right? Man, nobody, and I mean nobody, could cook like my grandma Jean. But this isn't a food podcast, no sir. This is a show that Joe and I put together. If this is your first time tuning in, hell man, hit that subscribe button. And what's that other shit they say? Oh yeah, click the bell, or whatever the hell these young people say. So we got a good one for you today. Now, how many of you out there order your guitars and gear online? Well, I'm sure that's about everyone out there, unless you've been living under a rock for the past 15 years or longer. Hell, Amazon and FedEx and everyone else be delivering to Denzel's crib. Shit, why go out if you don't have to? Well, it's safe to say that Joe orders online. Jesus Christ almighty. Joe invited me over about a year ago. I don't think it was full-blown summertime just yet. But anyway, when I walked into his music room, well, let's just say that the brother has got a problem, a major guitar problem. He's got an area in the back of the property called the warehouse. Well, if the dude keeps it up, he's going to need a damn hospital because his wife's going to more than likely break his damn hands. I said, Joe, you got it going on, man. Now listen, Joe doesn't have real high-tier instruments, but it works. I said to Joe, play me a little something, man. He got a, what do they call that brand? Oh, yeah, an EVH Wolfgang Standard. Shit, Joe plugged in and started jamming on some of that old school. Play that funky music by Wild Cherry. Damn, I was grooving, man. So see, who says you need expensive shit? I was there for quite some time going through Joe's guitars. But while I was there, wouldn't you know it? Damn FedEx truck pulls up to the house, blows the damn horn, and that was it. Joe's old lady was there. Holy shit. Instead of going through the living room, Joe jumped out the goddamn window. He somehow broke his fall by rolling when he hit the ground. He must have watched a lot of TV growing up. I thought I was watching some lost episode of MacGyver or some shit. He makes it to the driveway, grabs the guitar, comes back around to the window, and wants me to catch it as he throws it up to me. I said to Joe, "What kind of shit are you trying to get me in, man? I'm not catching that." It was too late. Joe's old lady came around the other side of the house screaming and shit. Joe just took off running. I didn't know the boy could run like that. I hopped in my Escalade and was out of there. So, I'm going to take a wild guess and say that Joe has ordered online many times. Maybe too many. But how does that old saying go? Oh yeah, how many guitars do I need? The answer, just one more. It's funny about music. You have your casual music fan that just listens to music. And then you have the musician, the one who creates the music. That world is so vastly different from the ordinary, boring world. To create takes something special, and to that takes special tools. Let's look at a fisherman, for example. Are you going to tell me that he only has one rod and reel? Of course not. Because he loves what he does, and so the better the tools, the better the outcome. Of course, practice will always improve things, but to have someone that understands your passion is important too. Joe's old lady must really support his passion because he's still breathing. But on a serious note, I'm glad everything worked out. Like I stated earlier, that was around a year ago. And ironically, his old lady has a new car. Coincidence? You be the judge on that one. Hey, listen, you got to make it fair for your spouse, too. Lord knows I have. And that's how it's supposed to be. This has been Story Time with Denzel. The following story was from my private diaries that I've kept under lock and key until now. It's time for these stories to be brought to light. There's no reason for them to be squandered any longer. Join me next time for Story Time with Denzel.